He's Chase. I'm Harry. It's Any Given Thursday here on Chat Sports. We go live every Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific time. We're going to wrap things up with our Week 7 picks against the spread in the NFL. But first, Chase, let's take a look at these Chat Sports standings. And Tom Downey has slowed down a bit, still in first place at 20-10. Thomas Mott, 18-10-2. Got Matthew Peterson at 17-13. Marshall and Jack are 16-14. Three guys at 500, James, RC, and producer Sam Brown. He swore he'd get to 500, and he did. Trace Gerard coming off a good week. He's 14-16, as is Mitchell Renz. Jeremy Beedling, Brett Scott, myself. I've really rallied from 1-14 to 13-17. Oh, no, Chase, you're below Coop?
Yeah, I'm
below
below
Coop Cup?
It's not a good time right now. It's really not a good time. I vowed last week to be better, and I still went 2-3. The last 3 weeks I've gone 2-3, 2-3, 2-3.
Can't get above
just
500.
A couple points away from getting above 500. Here's the deal with betting, though, is that Downey was on a scorcher for a little while. He's cooled off. You were abysmal to start the year, but you've been red hot. That only means that my comeback and my hot streak is coming soon. Maybe it's this week, or just maybe I'll continue to suck.
So what's your lock of the week in Week 7? It can be a point spread, money line, or don't do like who's the big favorite this week, Rams over whoever the hell they're playing, but lock of the week, let us know. Sam Brown really wants to know it because he's our gambling degenerate here at Chat Sports. Give us your lock of the week, and then Chase Sr. is going to go through his picks for Week 7.
Well, nobody wants to take my betting advice given how bad my record is, but here are my 5 picks for this week in Week 7 of the NFL slate. I'm pretty confident that the Eagles can cover and win outright on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders. I think Nick Sirianni is going to overdo it and run the football a ton because he hasn't run the football at all up to this point. Dolphins plus 2.5 against Atlanta. Everybody's bagging on Miami, saying Brian Flores should be on the hot seat. Tua Tagovailoa sucks. They need to respond and win a game at some point. I think that's this week as underdogs. 49ers -4 against the Indianapolis Colts, coming off the bye week. 3 consecutive losses. Yes, Carson Wentz has been playing like one of the better quarterbacks the last 2 weeks. The Colts as a whole playing pretty solid football, but the Niners cannot afford to lose 4 straight games. Otherwise, they might have to sell. I think San Francisco rallies. Panthers, this is a get-right game for them against the New York Giants. 3.5, kind of a big number. Wish it went down to 3. That's something I might monitor come Sunday, but I think Carolina is going to rebound after a few losses consecutively. And the Washington football team, they just haven't played well at all. That defense has been terrible. I thought it was going to be a top 10 unit because their pass rush and their defensive line, it's stout. The talent is there, but it hasn't been there this year. Whereas the Packers, they continue to go in an upward trajectory. I think that continues this week against Washington.
All right, let's take a look at my picks. I'm 12-3 the last 3 weeks. I'm red hot. Let's see if I can continue it. Maybe go 5-0 this week. The over 43 in the Carolina Giants game. That's a low number. The Sharps really like the over in that game. And by Sharps, I mean the high rolling bettors, big money guys. They're betting the over in this one. So if you can get it at that number, I suggest you do so. Dolphins plus 2.5. I'm with you, Chase. I don't think there's a big difference between Miami and Atlanta. Dolphins are due for a win. They've lost 5 in a row. A lot of drama around Tua. Are they going to trade for Watson? I think they stabilize things this week. I don't think they just cover. I think they win outright. Patriots minus 7.5 against the Jets. They just won in New York in Week 2, 25-6. Now they get them at home. I know the Patriots are 2-4. They should have beat the Cowboys last week, and they're playing pretty well for a 2-4 team. I think they hammer New York. The under in the Bears-Tampa game. 13 is a tricky point spread. I stayed away from that, but the Bears defense deserves more respect. They're playing really well. Sean Desai has those boys balling. I could see this being like a 24-16 type of game. I think the under hits there. And then Indianapolis and San Francisco, Sunday Night Football. For Jimmy Garoppolo getting healthy, looks like he's good to go. He was actually playing fairly well before the injury. Carson Wentz is balling out. I think the over hits here. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be a shootout, but could it be 24, 21, 28, 24? I think that's very much a possibility. I like the over in that game. Okay, producer Sam's going to go through his picks and explain it. Then we're going to go rapid fire on the rest of the office. All right, go ahead, Sam.
All right, Packers minus 7.5, a popular pick so far today. I don't believe in Washington. I'm actually going to double down on the over in that one because I don't think the Packers defense is great either, especially without Jair Alexander. I think they could hang around for a little bit. Hopefully Washington can. I feel like a sucker going Kansas City and Tennessee over 57.5, but
it's what you do. It's your brand.
Life's too short, so we're going to roll with it. Patriots minus 7.5 against the Jets is the popular pick of the week, which means it's probably going to crash and burn. And then Raiders minus 3. This is also a little bit of a mini plug to be sure to catch us out in Vegas. Me and Mitch, we're going to be out there doing our watch party.
Follow Sam on Twitter.
Exactly. Follow me on Twitter at SamBrownCS. So it's going to give me a little something to root for as well while I'm there. So Raiders minus 3. Hopefully they don't screw it up either.
All right, so those are producer Sam Brown's picks. You can follow him on Twitter at SamBrownCS. Probably the biggest gambler we have here in the Chat Sports office.
It is what it is.
Yeah, he likes to have fun. There's no doubt about that. All right, who's going to have the best record out of us three? Type C for Chase Sr., type H for Harrison Graham, type S for Sam Brown. Chase is putting his C up. Hey, he's due. He's due for a big week.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if Chase can rally. So get your votes in CH or S. I want to tell you guys about our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Then we'll inform you on the rest of the office's picks. Chatsports.com/bet. That is the link to go to. Use the promo code CHAT125. That'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. When you put down $100, we're going to give you $125 for free. That is math, folks. And hey, I'll tweet up my picks again on Sunday to remind you guys, but just bet on my picks because it's rolling pretty well. If you want to bet on the Super Bowl too, you can do that. Bucks plus 500, Chiefs plus 700. You got the Bills, Packers, Ravens in there. Should be a fun season. Go make some money all year long. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125. All right, let's roll through this. Tom Downey, he's 20-10. Chase and I will alternate our offensive picks. He loves the Dolphins as well. Saints minus 4.5 at Seattle. 49ers minus 4 against Indianapolis. You got the Packers minus 7.5 against the Washington football team. And then the Patriots, again, those two picks very, very popular as well.
Yeah, Thomas Mott, second place, 18-10-2. Panthers minus 3 against the Giants. Washington plus 10 against Green Bay. That number has gone down to 7.5 now. Falcons minus 2.5 against Miami. Eagles plus 3 on the road in Vegas. And Bengals plus 6 at Baltimore. I like that if it gets to 7.
We got Matthew Peterson. We call him Petey here. He got the Patriots at minus 7. I would have really loved to have that extra half point there. Texans plus 18 at Arizona. The under in the Bengals-Ravens game. The over in the Detroit-Los Angeles Rams game. And then he's got Seattle plus 4.5 against the New Orleans Saints. What do you like betting on more, favorites or underdogs? Producer Sam, you want to weigh in on this one? Favorites or underdogs?
I'm a big home favorites guy.
Okay, home favorites. There you go. Type F for favorite. Type U for underdog. I've been doing a lot of over-unders recently. I've had some success there as well. So let us know. F for favorite, U for underdog.
Money Marsh, Saints minus 4.5 on the road against Seattle. Packers plus 7.5. Raiders minus 3. Patriots minus 7.5 against the Jets. Yeah, I kind of like that too, especially if it gets down to a touchdown. Panthers minus 3 against the Giants.
Jack Lauderay, he's enjoying a nice and well-earned vacation. He's got the Patriots minus 7. Raiders minus 3 as well. Rams minus 15. I thought about that, but, man, that's a big number. The over in that Chiefs-Titans game, but then he's like Baltimore minus 6.5. Maybe the best team in the NFL right now over the Cincinnati Bengals.
James Yoder, the boss man, Bengals plus 6.5. Lions plus 15.5. That's a huge number. They've been competitive in a lot of their games except for last week against Cincy. Raiders minus 3 against the Eagles. The over for Indianapolis, San Francisco at 44. And the over for New Orleans, Seattle at 42.5.
That is a low number. I'm intrigued by that one. RC Maxfield, he's batting 500 as well. He likes the Dolphins this week at plus 2.5. Saints minus 4.5 at Seattle. The over in the Lions-Rams game. The over in that Chiefs-Titans game as well. And then Baltimore, 6.5-point favorites against the Bengals. He thinks he covers that. Make sure you subscribe to Chat Sports, whether it's the NFL, the NBA, college football. We're covering it all. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Don't miss any of our videos because, hey, it's 100% free. The least you can do is help us out by hitting that subscribe button. That way, we can continue to bring you the latest around the NFL, NBA, and college football.
Trizzy Trace, 14-16 on the year, overcoming a slow start. Panthers minus 3 against the Giants. The over for KC, Tennessee at 57.5. Packers minus 7.5 against Washington. 49ers minus 4 against the Colts. Saints minus 4.5 against the Seahawks.
Another Packers minus 7.5 from Mitchell Renz. He got the Ravens at minus 6. Titans plus 5.5 against Kansas City. Bears plus 13 at Tampa Bay. 49ers -4 against the Indianapolis Colts.
Chugs, he just came in here and chugged some beers, 1.5 beer bongs. Bengals +6.5 against the Ravens. Panthers -3.5 against the Giants. Over for Green Bay, Washington at 49. Lions +15 and Eagles +3.
Let's go to Brett Scott here. Scotty Scooter. Titans +5.5 against Kansas City. Giants +3.5 against Carolina. He likes the Rams -15 against Detroit. He also took the Bears +13 and then the Patriots. That's been a very popular pick. -7.5 against the Jets.
Last one for you. Coop Cup. Patriots -7 against the Jets. Panthers -3.5 against the Giants. Bears -3 against the Bucks. Packers -10 against the Washington football team. Niners -4 against Indy.
So there you have it, our picks of the week at Chat Sports. We'll keep doing it every week. I think we're going to start doing this at the end of our live show here on any given Thursday, so make sure you mark your calendars, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific time. Subscribe. Chase and I will be back next week.